Hey friends, Christmas is over and the new year is here, which means this is the first monthly update of 2024. So in today's video, we're going to tell you everything that's happening at the Universal Orlando Resort in January. At Universal are still going on right now, but all of that is coming to an end on December 31st. It's a little bit different than in years past because typically the Christmas celebrations will run at least until the 1st, and a lot of years even a little bit later than that. So that means that in January there will be no parade, no Christmas shows, and we're also assuming that the tribute store is going to close on the 31st as well, although there hasn't been an official announcement about that. It will take a couple days, maybe even a week, for all of the Christmas decorations to disappear, especially because both parks are open until 1 in the morning on New Year's Eve, so I doubt they're going to have team members out later than that starting to pull stuff down. But speaking of the tribute store, there is a tradition that we have every single year that we're a little bit late on, and that's getting a Christmas ornament from Universal, so we're gonna head over there and do that first. This is always such a hard decision. I love the ornaments so much. Like, they have some typical like Universal ones, and these ones are all more like classic Christmas, except the donuts, but I already got those last year. Like, I just love all of the ones with like the bright like Christmassy reds and the greens, but there's one in particular that is speaking to me, and it's this little, I guess this is a reindeer right here. Like,
what do you mean you guess?
Well, I mean, you can't see his antlers, but like this one, it's jumping. I didn't even realize, like, this one's just like trotting. This one's jumping, and I need it.
We are cutting it close this year. This is probably the latest we've ever bought an ornament that's going on the tree, because we always put it on the tree. Also, it probably looks weird because this video is coming out after Christmas, but we're recording it before Christmas. We've got to go home, or we're going home for a week, so we have to record this now. We're like 5 days away from Christmas at this point. We always love looking at the ornaments, but our selection's always narrowed down because we don't get glass ones because of the dogs. But anyways, back to the updates.
The biggest news this month is that there is an after-hours event called Rock the Universe happening on January 26th and 27th. So this is a Christian music festival that happens here in Universal Studios. So during this festival, they'll have some Christian music artists on the Music Plaza stage behind me, and they also set up another stage over in Hollywood. And if you're interested in attending this event, you can purchase tickets on Universal's website. But the main reason that we're mentioning this is because it does affect the daytime just a little bit. So like we said, it happens in Universal Studios only. So this park will close at 6 p.m. for both of those days. That is a Friday and Saturday. And then also we would expect that weekend to be a little bit busier than a typical January weekend, because you're going to have the normal crowd and then also people that are here specifically for Rock the Universe. So if you're going to be here that weekend, something to keep in mind.
As we were leaving studios, I started noticing that the crowds are starting to get here for Christmas, because that's always one of the busiest weeks of the year. But January is kind of a different story. So those Christmas to New Year's crowds, they do bleed over into that first week of January, the first few days, I should say. And then you have a 3-day weekend with Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That is on the 15th. So that weekend and that Monday will be busy, and then Rock the Universe, like Anna was talking about. But outside of that, January is typically a very good time to visit because the crowds are low, the heat is most of the time non-existent. So if you're coming in January, you're all set.
Like Tyler mentioned, we are filming this video like before Christmas, and there's a good chance that some of the information is going to change. So if that happens, we'll put all the changes at the end of the video. As far as park hours go, there's nothing crazy happening this month. The first week of January, where the holiday crowds kind of bleed over, you are going to have some nights where the parks are open as late as 10 p.m. But after that first week, you're going to have your typical 7 to 9 p.m. closure, where it's going to be a little later on the weekends and a little earlier on the weekdays. The only big difference is going to be on the 26th and 27th, like we talked about. Studios closes at 6 for Rock the Universe. And then, of course, Volcano Bay. I know you may be thinking that going to a water park in January sounds crazy, but here in Florida, it could be 40 or it could be 90. You never really know. But the water park is scheduled to be closed 2 weekdays each week of January, but the individual days change each week. So you'll want to make sure that you look at that before you plan a day at Volcano Bay. And then also the water park closes on a daily basis if it gets below a certain temperature. But if it's that cold, you're probably not planning to go there anyway. Oh yeah, the hours for Volcano Bay are 10 to 5. I'm gonna miss the holidays at Universal. Like, I love the decorations, especially here in Seuss Landing, and like the lights at night are just so pretty and fun. And specifically, these cookies right here, these Grinch sugar cookies, I'm gonna say something controversial. This is the best cookie I have ever had. It's better than any cookie my mom has made. Tyler disagrees with me, but these are phenomenal. Like, they're soft, almost like they're underbaked, but they're not. I don't know how they do it, but I am in love with these cookies, and I'm sad that you can only get them around Christmas.
I'll take the smushed one. They are pretty good.
Okay, we got distracted for like 20 minutes and lost continent because there was a duck that was swimming around in the little pond outside of Mythos, and it was so cute. Like, he is an icon, or she, I don't really know, but that duck is a legend in our book.
Like, there are 4 ducks in the world that I would die for. Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and whatever that duck's name is.
That duck in particular. We need merch, like a shirt with just like that duck's face. That would make me extremely happy. But back to the updates. So early park admission is here at Islands of Adventure for all of January, and that's going to be an hour before the park opens to daytime guests. So that'll be 8 a.m. for the entire month. And then Volcano Bay, on the days that it's open, also has EPA, and that'll be at 9:30 in the morning. We came over here to Jurassic Park to talk about closures for the month, and the biggest one is Jurassic Park River Adventure. So this ride is closing down on January 8th for seasonal maintenance, and it is going to remain closed for the entire month. So if you get here after the 8th, no river adventure. There are also a couple restaurants that have been closed for a while now. So this is Circus McGurkus Cafe Stupendous and Mel's Drive-In. We haven't gotten any announcement about when these are going to reopen, but we have seen a new menu for Circus McGurkus online. So we're hoping that that's going to be soon. We at least have our fingers crossed that we get to eat new food soon.
Okay, so ride closure adjacent, the Magic of Christmas at Hogwarts Castle Light Show returned for the holidays this season, and Universal made an announcement about its return. They have not done the same for the regular nighttime castle light show, and typically no news is good news, but I think in this instance it's kind of bad, because I do think that if this was returning after the holidays to its normally scheduled thing, I think they would want guests to know about that. Like I said, we are recording this early, so things could change, but I'm not sure it's coming back in January.
A few more little things that y'all need to know about. The first one is ticket deals. We've been trying to keep you guys updated on the ticket promotions that Universal has been running. And the last time we talked about this, they were running a buy 3 days, get 2 free, but they have updated this to buy 2 days, get 2 free, which is an even better deal because you only have to buy 2 days instead of 3. So if you're looking to get yourself some daytime tickets, now is a great time to do so. And also, kind of a little side note with that, we tend to crunch numbers on tickets when we're doing videos and tips and things like that, and we have consistently seen that our friends over at Orlando Informer have the cheapest daytime ticket prices, including these promotions that Universal runs. So if you're looking to get some tickets, you might want to check them out. You might be able to save like $10 per ticket, which is like a butterbeer and a half, so absolutely worth that. Also, if you are a seasonal pass holder or a power pass holder, you are blocked out of Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure on January 1st and 2nd. So something to think about there. But if there are any changes that have happened since we recorded this, they will go right here.
All right, friends, we hope you are prepared for your trip in January, and we are glad that you're starting your year off doing something as fun as going to Universal. And we hope that if you have any more needs for Universal, like any more tips, anything like that, you'll come back and visit us, because we kind of do that sometimes. But if you want to see my family, their first visit down here, check out this video right up here, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.